Welcome. This is the making of our Mother's Day video, Mother, I Love You. We want to talk a little bit about what is real and what was not real from the video. So we'll start out with the very opening scene, the tire, the flat tire, the nail being hammered into the tire.
That was the one thing that has no basis in reality, and I'm really grateful. I think it might be dangerous if you did that. Not sure our 5-year-old could pull that off either way, but we just had a flat tire because of quarantine, so we took advantage of it.
All right, that leads us to the second scene, the toilet scene with this little one. So, yes, very true. The kids do play in the toilet, but
the little kids do. The little, like Eliza's that age right now. Our 2-year-old loves to play in the toilet. We have to keep the door shut all the time. But the 3-year-old is a little bit more reliable on camera, and so we got her to do it, and she was kind of grossed out by it. Weren't you, honey? Was that gross to play in the potty? Yeah. But I bleached it, I made it all clean. And
look at me. It's okay, it's okay. It's just water, it's clean water.
But about halfway through the video, the other kids were asking questions about my purse getting dunked in there, and I told them, well, you know, it was this purse I was gonna give to DI, I was done with it. So I figured I might as well just use it for the video and then throw it out. I would not give it to DI at this point. But when Emily heard that, she was like, I want to stop this now. I'm done filming, because she wanted to keep that purse. So it took a lot of coaxing, and I finally had to promise her that I would wash that purse so she could keep it. So it's gross. It's in my laundry room right now.
the very next one, breaking the lamp. So right when we first moved here, that fixture's always been there since we moved here. It was Hiram who broke the lamp.
Yeah, it wasn't Annabelle, but it was Hiram with a broom, kind of dancing around with his broomstick, and then just smack, and it broke. And we really need a new one there anyway, so we haven't really fixed it. So yeah.
The next one, Haven with the chicken.
Yes, that was like a week ago. Somebody had spilled a bunch of cereal in our house, and from the other room I just heard him say, "Mom, I replaced our vacuum." And I'm unsure what that meant, so I came in and there was this chicken eating the cereal off the floor. Not nearly as efficient as a vacuum would do it, but probably easier for the kids.
Addie dropping eggs. This is a very common occurrence in our house. We have chickens and ducks, and the little ones do like to take in eggs, and often they don't make it all the way inside the house.
Yes, they want to carry that basket of eggs before they can even walk, so yeah, they break. When we shot this scene, we didn't really want to drop tons of eggs, and so since we knew we needed a shot at the end that actually showed the eggs hitting the ground, we tried to prevent loss by having the boys catch the other eggs. So they're down there with the towel, kind of fireman-like with these egg drops. And I don't know what Hiram's doing there. I asked him later why he thought to do that, and he said it looked cold. It was hot. So that explains that, right?
Next one, Hiram on the computer.
Hiram is always on the computer. If you turn around once, he will be on that computer. We gotta turn it off that.
A zit, and I picked it off of my cheek.
Okay, good. So the next one, the roof.
Yes, the kids like to climb on that roof all the time. It's really easy to climb up because our backyard is so much higher than our front yard. So they do that, but I asked them not to because I don't want anyone falling, and especially the little kids who will always follow them. In fact, in this footage, you can see Mariner pops up. I didn't even notice that until I was watching the footage later. He popped up on the roof behind them. And then when their friends come over, they like to get up there as well, and that's also worse.
Okay, don't run toward the edge, please.
I think it's something about wanting to impress their friends, and we don't really have anything so cool at our house except a roof, so.
Woo! No, Haven.
Well, and a good mother's memory is when I was 3 years old, my dad left out the ladder and I crawled onto the roof. So I'm sure my mom was excited about that. So the next one is, I forgot to scroll down, dirt on the bed, which before we tell the story behind that one, I have to say, if you think Janine does good videos with the kids, she does even better Christmas newsletters. This was the Christmas newsletter from way back in 2015 or something?
17.
And One of the pictures was this one here, if you can see it. Sediment Transport Services by Mariner. So
that wasn't really a true story.
And it was from Grandpa, too.
Yes. So that wasn't a true story. That was based on a true story. The fact was we got a sandbox that year, and as soon as we had a sandbox, we had sand in our house everywhere, and especially in our bed. Like, it sticks to those little feet until they get to your bed. So just as a joke, at the end of the year, I was trying to make a picture with dirt in the bed, and I was transferring over a little picture of dirt. I just thought about making this little pile of dirt on the bed. And as I transferred it to the other picture, the resolution was so different that it made this giant pile of dirt. And instead of shrinking it, I just laughed. I thought, I'm gonna just send it out like that. And that became a family joke. So.
Not everything, of course, could make the video. One of the things that is a shame that it didn't is when we went out to get the TV, which we'll talk about later, we found in the garage a huge sun spider. It's one of these things that looks half scorpion, half spider. They're amazing, very cool, and we thought, hey, this would be perfect. One of the kids handed this to Mom, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes after they found it, I hear a crash in the other room, glass hitting the ground, and Addie screaming, and I thought, oh no, she let the spider go. And so she comes running in, and yeah, the jar had fallen and the spider ran out, and luckily it was on the balcony, but still the balcony is connected to the house, and the kids were kind of freaked out about it. So Hiram, I found him sleeping on the couch this morning because of that spider. He thought it was going to get in his room last night.
The next one, laundry being thrown in the air. Every day, all day.
Yep, there's our clothes, every closet.
And me and Liza were throwing the laundry off of the couch.
Yep, and it was really dangerous to reenact these moments with Eliza because we were there and present and we were telling her to do these things that she wasn't supposed to. Okay. So we're gonna pay for this, I think, for a while.
The next one is the hatchet. So I was on quarantine the very first day doing some work from home on a Zoom conference, when then walking by my window is my 3-year-old, marching along, followed by my 5-year-old carrying a hatchet. So luckily I had the presence of mind not to yell out, "Drop the hatchet!" while people were watching for my work, but I quickly muted the phone, convinced Mariner to drop the hatchet, which he looked at me and said, "Oh, no problem," and threw the hatchet at the window I was looking through. Luckily, not hard enough to break the window, but that was what I saw what goes on at home when I'm at work.
Yep, first day home, we got the real picture.
Next one.
Mostly, it didn't break at all.
Yep, didn't break at all. So, next one, Annabelle being upset about her work.
Annabelle has a knack for getting really angry, so you gotta stay out of her way when she's mad. We call her Angry Belle, but she's really cute every other time. Just watch out for Angry Belle.
The next one is breaking the TV. So this one really did happen. It wasn't the boys fighting. It was Mariner.
Yeah, he was just flipping a belt around in his head, and the buckle just smacked that TV, and it just gave one little flash, the last little gift of life, and it was gone forever. But it was 10 years old. It was a cheap TV, so we found a different one on Craigslist, and yay.
The next one is the cakes. So the truth part about this is Hiram has become quite the baker. He always bakes cakes for us, which we're very grateful for. But true to what you saw in the film is why he bakes, he does not clean up.
Nope, he doesn't. And we get on his case, and he still doesn't do it, but we just don't have the heart to stop him because we like his cake.
And he baked 3 identical cakes for the video.
He did, yeah. We thought we'd need a few because of, you saw the breaking apart and falling apart thing. But we actually only needed 1. I think they were trying to really get it in one shot because they wanted to eat those other 2 cakes.
The last thing I want to say is we should give credit where credit is due for the film. And a lot of the credit in this case goes to me for the first time. Hey! I had this idea. It was the first time I've contributed to one of these things.
It was right after we said, hey, everyone wants us to do another video. Maybe we should do a Mother's Day one. And he said, you're the brains behind these things. And just like right as he said that, like magic, he just got this epiphany and he spelled it out for me, and I just said, that is amazing. We need to do that one.
Of course, it was really just kind of the concept. She wrote the script, came up with the details, filmed it, edited it, got the kids to sing, did the editing of the music, patching. So she had a little something to do with it, but literally most of the credit's mine.
And
really-
I wanted their, like, fifth child.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was our 8 kids that really wrote the script. This was 13 years of life experience in motherhood, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Kids are the greatest thing on earth, and we love them, and they come with quite a hefty cost, but a really beautiful payout.
So, happy Mother's Day, especially to this mother. We're grateful for all our moms out there.
And a special thank you to Sarah Harris, who played that beautiful background music for us on her guitar.
All right, happy Mother's Day.